In a bustling subway station, the air is filled with the sounds of hurried footsteps, distant conversations, and the occasional announcement over the intercom. Amidst the chaos, Emma, a young woman with a determined look on her face, rushes toward the train, her bag slung over her shoulder and her eyes fixed on the platform ahead. As she weaves through the crowd, she notices an elderly woman, Mrs. Wilson, looking frazzled and struggling with her bags. The woman is also having trouble figuring out the ticket machine, her hands shaking slightly as she tries to make sense of it. Emma hesitates for a moment, torn between catching her train and helping the elderly woman. But her compassionate nature wins out, and she approaches Mrs. Wilson with a warm smile. "Emma, do you need some help, ma'am?" Her voice is gentle, yet reassuring. Mrs. Wilson: "Oh, I just can't get this thing to work. I'm late for my doctor's appointment." Her frustration is evident, and her eyes plead for assistance. "Emma, don't worry, I've got it." With practiced ease, Emma navigates the ticket machine, quickly purchasing the ticket for Mrs. Wilson. Emma then offers to carry one of Mrs. Wilson's bags, lightening her load. The elderly woman's face softens with relief and gratitude. They walk together toward the train, Emma matching her pace to Mrs. Wilson's slower steps. Mrs. Wilson: "Thank you, dear. You're a lifesaver. It's hard to find people willing to help these days." Her voice is filled with genuine appreciation. "Emma, it's no problem. I'm just glad I was passing by." Emma's smile is warm and her words are sincere. The train arrives with a rush of air and they both board, the doors closing behind them with a soft chime. Emma helps Mrs. Wilson find a seat, ensuring she's comfortable before finding a spot to stand near the door herself. As the train starts moving, a man in a suit, Mark, enters the car. He notices Emma and taps her on the shoulder. "Mark, excuse me, I couldn't help but notice how kind you were back there. You don't see that often." His tone is admiring and his eyes are kind. "Emma, oh, it was nothing. She just needed a little help." Emma's modesty is evident, and she brushes off the compliment with a shy smile. "Mark, kindness like that isn't nothing. It's rare. Actually, you look familiar. Did you apply for a job at Bright Tech recently?" His eyes narrow slightly as he tries to place her face. Emma: "Yes, I did." Still waiting to hear back, though, her surprise is palpable and her heart skips a beat. "Mark, I thought so. I'm the hiring manager. Your resume stood out, but your kindness just confirmed what I sensed. Come by the office tomorrow. I think we should talk." He hands her a business card, his smile encouraging. "Emma, are you serious? Thank you. I don't know what to say." Her excitement is barely contained and her eyes shine with hope. Mark: "Just keep doing what you're doing. It'll always come back around." His words are wise, and his smile is reassuring. As the train pulls into the next station, Emma looks out the window, her mind racing with the unexpected turn of events. She feels a sense of wonder and gratitude. Mrs. Wilson waves at her from her seat, her smile warm and appreciative. "Mrs. Wilson, thank you again, dear. I hope the rest of your day is as lovely as you are." Her words are heartfelt, and her eyes twinkle with kindness. Emma smiles, her eyes shining with gratitude and emotion. "Emma, it already is." Her voice is soft but filled with joy. Text on screen: "Do good, and the universe will return the favor." Credits. The message lingers, a reminder of the power of kindness.